Hello everyone. Today we are going to have a general revision on what we have already studied. Today we are going to revise present simple. Present simple, we use it when we are talking about fact or habit or timetable, as we said before. Okay, with he, she, it, and singular, the verb is followed by s or es or ies. And with I, you, we, they, the plural, the verb comes in infinitive. In negative, we use doesn't with he, she, it, like he doesn't play tennis. But with I, you, we, they, we use don't plus infinitive, like they don't eat pasta. Another thing we are going to revise is adverb of frequency, like always, usually, sometimes, often, and other words. We use it before the main verb, or after verb to be, or between the auxiliary and the main verb, okay? We want to know more about asking questions with can, have, or shall. We use can when we are asking about ability or asking for something, like can you help me, or can I have some tea? Okay, for have, asking for positions, like have you got your notebook? For shall is for making suggestion or offering help. We need also to revise these words like block of flats, interview, lamp, basin, curtains, wardrobe, chest of drawers, and armchairs. We can use them to write a paragraph about your room, okay, at home, or new flat. Let's have these examples as a question like has Ali, and has all the time followed by the past participle of the verb, so it's has got. Can Ahmed play basketball? Yes, he can. If I started the question with can, the answer will be with can. If I started with did, the answer will be with did. We have this type of question which is a new one for us, which is complete the sentence with the correct form of the words in brackets. It means we have a word like doing, but we need to correct it with the correct form of the tense or the order even of the sentence. So we sometimes do, as we said in present simple, do followed by, we followed by infinitive. So the verb form will be infinitive, it's do. And how often, here is a question. The question started with question word, followed by auxiliary, subject, and the verb. So the answer will be do you visit. So it will be how often do you visit your uncle? This is the correct answer. Okay, now we are going to talk about present continuous. And as we said before, the form of it is am, is, are, followed by the verb plus ing. In negative, am not, is not, are not, followed by ing also. Okay, the words that I use it with present continuous, I can use look, like look, they are talking, or listen, now, at the moment, look out and watch out. Here, we are going to say when we use present continuous, like we use it with actions happening now, happening at the time of speaking, like they are eating now, they are writing now. Okay, or with temporary actions, like they are painting the school this week. This is a temporary action, like my cousin is living with us this year. Or with annoying habit, like they are always laughing at me. If a habit annoys you, use present continuous. For arrangement for the future, like I'm traveling to London tomorrow. Another thing we want to remember is adverb of manner. Adverb describes the verb all the time. When we say adverb, it describes the verb, like quickly or slowly, happily. We have irregular cases like good is the adjective and the adverb is well. Fast will be the same, fast. Late, late, hard, hard, early, early. Here is an example. The teacher treats her children. We are supposed to use kindly because we are describing the action, the way she treats her children or her students, okay? We need to remember these words about different jobs, like police officer, like doctor, nurse, all these we need to remember in this unit. We have the word bark. Bark could be a verb or a noun. Okay, street food seller, sign language, and the people who use sign language are deaf people. Okay, we have here some questions we need to answer together, like there is a beautiful space in the center of our school garden. So in the center we will find a fountain. Shadi is deaf, and as we said before, deaf people use sign language to communicate, to talk with each other. Why are you? We have are here, and we said after am is are the verb followed by ing, so it's laughing. Why are you laughing? On Saturday, here we have the word usually, which refers to present simple, so I use spend. On Saturday, I usually spend time with my cousins. Okay, for past simple, we have the verb regular form and irregular form. Regular form for the verb takes ed or d or ied at the end of the verb. Okay, like it, play, played, carry, carried. Okay, and we have the irregular form like see, saw, eat, ate, sleep, slept. When we talk about past simple, we know that it's an action that happened and ended in the past. Okay, we have the words that refers to past simple like last, yesterday, ago, in, followed by a year, like in 2000, in 1999. In negative form, it's didn't plus infinitive, like he didn't play tennis yesterday. We have other words that we use it to refer to past simple, like used to, followed by infinitive. I used to ride a bike when I was young. When I talk about past habit, I use used to, and it's a must to be followed by infinitive when it gives the meaning of the past. For example, here, Siham, a new mobile to Ayman yesterday, so it's Siham bought, because this is past. We have yesterday here. Muhammad used to, as we said before, used to followed by infinitive, so it will be play. Complete with the correct form of the word. We explained this exercise before, so here he spaced playing chess when he was little. When he was little, this is past, so it will be he started. Okay, did, as we said, we use did, and we have the infinitive form, so it will be used to. Did he used to ride bikes? Okay. Another grammar rule for us to remember is have to and must. We use it for obligation. When we are talking about general rules, we have to or has to, and it's followed by infinitive. Again, this is for general rules. Like, I have to go to school at 7:30. But for must also give obligation, we use it with practice or when we are advising someone for strong advice about your health. Like, you must take your medicine. You must look right and left before you cross the road. For strong advice, I use must. Okay, or self-obligation. If I'm forcing myself to do something, like I must get up at 7:30, or I must get up at 6 o'clock, I'm forcing myself to do that. For negative, it will be mustn't plus infinitive, and this is for rules, like you mustn't park here. This is for rules, but don't have to and doesn't have to. This is for telling someone he can do this action, it's up to him. Like, you don't have to go to the party. It means if you went to the party, it's okay. If you didn't go, it's better. You won't be punished for that. Okay. Past continuous, which is was or were plus verb plus ing, and the negative is wasn't or weren't plus verb plus ing. This is for action in progress in the past. Action in progress in the past. We use some words to join past continuous and past simple, which we explained before, like when or while. After when come past simple, and the other sentence could be past simple or past continuous. We have while, which equal to as, equal to just as, It must be followed by past continuous, and the other sentence could be past simple or past continuous. Like, when my father entered, I was talking on the phone. While I was talking on the phone, my father entered. Okay? Now we are going to remember also relative clause. We use relative clause to join two sentences or give more information about something. Okay, we have who, which, and where as relative clause for this semester. Okay, who for people, like Miss Amal is the teacher who teaches us science. So if we are talking about people, we use who or that, of course, if we are not adding more information. Which, for things or animals, that's the horse which won the competition. Okay. For places, I use where. This is the house where my grandfather lived. Another part we are going to talk about is comparative, to compare between two, so we have to have two names, first name and a second name or last name. After the first name, we have is, am, are. And if it's this adjective we are comparing is a short one, we add er and than. Like the electric buses in Alexandria are greener than the old buses. So we have the first name followed by am, is, are, adjective plus er, than, and the second name. Okay. If it's a long adjective, it means consists of more than one syllable, maybe 2 or 3 syllables. So we have also the first name is, am, are, more or less, and the long adjective than. Like, I think that air pollution is more serious than water pollution. So we have first name, air pollution, is, more, and the adjective, than, and water pollution, this is the second name. We have another thing called as. We use as if we are talking about adjective and the people are equal in it. Like, Ali is as tall as Ahmed. They are equal in this adjective. But if they are not equal, so I will say, for example, if I have this people, okay, and this is Mona, and we have here Ali. So Ali isn't as short as Mona, because Mona is shorter than Ali. Okay. We have irregular comparative forms like bad. I switch it to worse than. Good will be better than. Little will be less than. Many and much will be more than. For the last thing we are going to revise is present tense passive. We are going to talk about the passive. When we use passive, we start with object, followed by am, is, are, and past participle of the verb. Here we have an active sentence, which is the reporter writes an article. It's active because it starts with a subject, a person, or a thing that can do the action. Okay, for an article is written because the article can't write this text, so it's written. An article is written by a reporter. If it's a plural, we can say articles are written by reporters. And of course, A is capital letter. Okay. Now we have some general exercises about what we said. I will leave you like a minute to think about the questions here to answer it. Okay, for the first sentence, France is not as South Africa. So we said when we use as, we use only the adjective without er or est, so it will be hot. The email, it will be is written because this is passive sentence. The red car is than the blue one. This is comparative, so it will be more expensive because this adjective is a long one. It's more than one syllable. Drought are as serious as. We must use as. You have two mobiles, so you Don't have to, it means it's up to you to buy a new one or not to buy. What should I, after should, the verb must come in infinitive, so it will be do. This is Mr. Khalid, who, of course, because this is a relative pronoun which, or relative clause that suits with this sentence because we are talking about Mr. Khalid. Al-Nasr School is a place where, because we are talking about a place, Habiba was reading a story when, if you remember from what we explained, when and while, after while comes past continuous, but after when comes past simple. Wish you luck. And this is the end of our curriculum or our revision. Thank you.